Hello and welcome. I'm Prerna from BW. Today we have with us Professor Vivek Wadhwa, who is going to enlighten us on future of education. Welcome, sir.
Hello, Prerna.
So, sir, what do you think about the Indian education system? Do you think we need some sort of reforms?
This education system was created by the British to keep Indians subservient, to make them into factory workers, and to prevent them from challenging authority. It's completely screwed up. It desperately needs help.
What kind of reforms do we need?
Well, the government is trying to do all it can. The trouble is that it's like moving a mountain, that you have tens of millions of children who don't receive good education, who probably won't receive it because the teachers aren't properly educated. I mean, the curriculum is outdated. There are many, many problems. The only solution I see right now is to leap forward into technology. Over the next 3, 4, 5 years, there are going to be a range of technologies which are going to make amazing things possible. I mean, today's AI is still a joke. It's just for facial recognition, emotion recognition, a few simple things like that. In the future, it'll be able to understand when you're learning, when you're not learning. You'll be able to customize the knowledge transformation to the needs of the child itself. So that you can now, if a child likes learning by watching videos, you show videos. If the child wants to participate in it, you go into a virtual reality world and you learn by speaking to people in Sanskrit or building pyramids in Egypt. I mean, this is the type of thing technology is going to make possible. And that, I believe, is the only thing that can really help India solve its huge problem.
So what kind of opportunities do you see for Indian universities to play on international level?
Yeah. Well, Indian universities, Indian schools, Indian entrepreneurs can lead the world in creating this new type of education. Because to create this, we're going to need to be able to look at massive amounts of data. We'll have to be able to customize it for children. We'll have to be able to run grand experiments. If you did them in India, the same thing will apply everywhere, because the same problems India has, America has. American children also get left behind. Imagine if India could lead the way in building solutions to education and build it. We're talking about $1 trillion opportunity over here.
So, sir, with the fourth industrial revolution, and there are new age technologies coming in day by day, how shall we prepare our students to be ready for the unknown and volatile future?
Yeah, I have a book, new version of that is coming out in February, called Driving the Driverless Car. It has an entire chapter on education. It also has talks about all the other technologies like sensors, artificial intelligence, advances in computing, advances in digital medicine. You have to understand all these pieces and how they fit together.
So, according to you, what is actually the future of education, globally as well as for India?
All right, there are two things. What's the role of the teacher in the future of education? The teacher becomes the guru, the guide, your friend, the person who teaches you moral values, ethical values, who tells you where to go, what to learn. The concept of knowledge transfer is done by the computer. There's no reason why a teacher has to memorize every algorithm, have to know every fact. The computer can teach you that, and the computer can teach it to you in virtual reality in 3 dimensions and take you into these holographic worlds and show you what you need to learn.
All right. So what trends do you foresee for 2020 in the education sector?
In the 2020s, I mean 2020 is too soon. By the mid-2020s, virtual reality will be pervasive, that the virtual reality headsets will cost as much as smartphones do today. AI will finally begin to work the way we expect it to. In other words, it'll become usable. Today it's very limited in capability, it's overhyped, but you'll have more useful applications of AI. We'll have all sorts of advanced sensors that can detect emotion and interest levels. So all of these technologies will be advancing, and they'll make it possible to create these personalized digital tutors.
Do you think that our faculty, our curriculum is ready for those trends?
No, our faculty, our curriculum in India is far from it. The curriculum needs to be completely overhauled for the new era. I mean, I've been speaking to Amitabh Kant of Niti Aayog on it. He understands all these technologies and the imperative for installing new technologies, but our faculty aren't ready for it. Our teachers don't know about this. Our schools aren't ready for this. It's a big task here in moving into the future of education, but it has to be done. India's future depends on educating these children, this next generation, on how to build, really how to use technology and create livelihoods and to build an amazing future.
What brings you to India at this point? Like, are you exploring any collaboration with any university, or are you exploring any industry linkage right now?
Yeah, I've decided that I'm going to spend a lot more time in India this year trying to teach India. Because I've been teaching the West about advancing technologies. I do workshops for billion-dollar companies. The question is, why am I not doing it for India when I'm an Indian? So I'm going to do this for India. I'm going to try to share my curriculum with Indian schools. I'm going to start teaching business executives about what's possible. This is why I have a new version of my book coming out, so that I can share the knowledge with children over here. I've asked the publishers, HarperCollins, to make it available inexpensively to schools.
Can we expect any sort of application or some sort of free services that you'll be providing Indian students?
Prerna, right now I'm trying to teach the teachers,
Okay.
and I'm offering the government my curriculum. I'm offering them the knowledge that I have. Everything I can do for the country, I'm going to try to do. Where this goes, I don't know, because you know how hard it is in India to get anything done. I'm optimistic that I'll be able to succeed, but my goal is to try to help uplift India, to teach Indians about what's possible with technology, so that they can solve the problems of not only of India, but of humanity itself, because I believe India has an amazing role to play in this new future that we're creating.
Please shed some light on your book titled The Driver in the Driverless Car.
You know, the book Driving the Driverless Car talks about the core technologies, and it posits that we have two choices right now. We could end up in the amazing future of Star Trek, in which there is an abundance of everything. Humanity comes together and starts exploring the stars. The amazing future. The other side of it is the darkness of Mad Max, where people are killing each other, where inequality increases to the point that you have the haves and the have-nots and society falls apart. Both futures are possible right now, and I'm really terrified about what's happening to the whole world.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wadhwa, for talking to us. It was an insightful chat. I hope the people who are watching it are really educated by that.
Prerna, it was really good to meet you and to talk to you, and my best wishes to your viewers.